What is MSG? MSG is king of flavor. MSG is salt on crack. King of flavor.
What? That's not even ramen. That's soba noodle. A completely different type of noodle. Hiya. Uncle Roger have to put my leg down from chair. This is emergency.
Good morning, and welcome back to OMLN4. This is Lumber Tournament number 4. We are in fact back for the noodle bath. This noodle bath will feature konkawe and, yeah, within the same bathtub. I hope you enjoy the collaboration between those two players in this bathtub right now. Konkawe is seed number 7, one of the best players in the world. Yeah, also very good in their own regard. Both of them going through round 64, well, not necessarily, yeah, just winning by default against Jackulov, unfortunately not being able to attend the match. So we don't really have any information about, yeah, from round 64. But we do have qualifier information. Konkawe not necessarily keen on stage number 1, being very close in seeding against yeah here, so definitely going to be considering either the coordination 1 ban or protect either way. But Konkawe definitely someone who can play basically anything in this pool. Yeah, probably also able to do anything on round 32 at least, so definitely going to be interesting to see how those people scale down. I think that's going to be the most interesting aspect of this matchup. It does feel like those players, for those players in particular, round 32 is going to be an accuracy-based matchup. The rolls have been rolled on both of the players. Yeah, it's gonna roll a measly 18, and Konkawe is gonna dominate with the 75. And Konkawe is protecting carbon dioxide, which is a CO2. Chase me, pretty straightforwardly snapped coordination map, but it is fairly fast at 200 BPM, so it is almost density in nature, but there's a fair amount of like almost slow inverse parts that are very compelling to ratio especially, so I feel like konkawe is keeping that one in bay for pure ratio. second protect is going to go for a yeah. And I don't really know. This is like the first time we've seen yeah in a bracket match, so their first appearance within an OMLN4 stream. What is tech? They're literally discovering the format of the map as they are playing through their first bracket match in round 32, which is a very funny situation to be in.
MSG is king of flavor. MSG is soft.
Probably gonna be side trading everything as they go. But, it is not an unreasonable approach because there's no SV, so if you are able to play Alliance, you are able to play this tournament and you are able to qualify. So it is like fairly reasonable, I would say. So going for the density number 1 protect. So I feel like yeah is protecting the category rather than the map itself. But it is a fair judgment. Going to ban tech number 3, which is going to be the dumpier, the dumpiest of the technical picks. I don't know, I don't think they know that, but I feel like they just kinda went by gut feeling here.
What is MSG? MSG is king of flavor. MSG is salt on crack.
What is konkawe going to ban? Konkawe is in fact going to ban CO1. It's going to ban the slow release as dictated by their qualifier seeding. And well, yeah, it's not particularly comfortable on slow releases either way, so it's fair. It's a fair judgment for them to it's a fair judgment for them to kind of ignore that slot. And the first map is going to be Lovka, tech number 1. And tech number 1 is like probably the most coordination demanding technical pick out of the 3. And it is also fairly swing centric. So definitely gonna be fairly wincy, fairly erratic in terms of snaps and accuracy. So it is up to the two players to try and maintain that accuracy throughout the releases in this map. Yeah, gonna drop some substantial accuracy throughout those releases. konkawe knows what's up and still maintains the 99.83 for now. Yeah, just dipping below 99.5 for now. Just solidifying the gap between those those players. Konkawe dipping below 99.8, mind you, so Konkawe not necessarily being invulnerable to accuracy drops. But yeah, in terms of consistency, it does feel like Konkawe is a lot more solid than Yen right now, but in terms of pure ratio, I feel like both of those players are equally capable of getting good ratio, so it's definitely something to watch out for, especially coming into the density picks or coordination picks. Yeah, so the ratio from kind of spreads around when the patterns get more erratic. Konkawe has more control over some of the more erratic parts of this map. So coming into the end of the map, it does look like Konkawe is gonna end this map with a very satisfying result of 99.83. And coming out of it with 16,200 and half the ratio of Konkawe, unfortunately. But I do feel like a fair amount of those 300s are due to basically not necessarily sharpshooting the fluctuation in releases involved in this map, but it does spell the raw ability of Konkawe on this map pool. So Konkawe definitely a force to be reckoned against in picks like Empath or Breaking Dawn or Don't Think Just Feel even. In other picks, it's still kind of up in the air, I should say. Going for Density 2 as the next pick. And I do feel like it is going to give valuable information at least. It is a short enough pick that can try and sharpshoot and to try and challenge Konkawe in ratio. But Konkawe is definitely someone who can ratio very well, so we'll see where that leads. And let's go into it, shall we? That's city number 2. And right now it seems that my hypothesis is true. Yeah, definitely someone who can sharpshoot straightforward snaps like this, clocking in at 99.85 just about. But Konkawe, just a bit better in terms of ratio, but not too far ahead. Gotta watch out here. It's not quite able to catch up in terms of accuracy, just clocking in at 99.80. And Konkawe not showing signs of vulnerability on those patterns. Well, maybe just a little bit as they drop to 99.86 just about. But yeah, dropping a straight 200 that drops them to 99.72 unfortunately. Yeah, unfortunately this trend is going to continue throughout the ending of this map. Just dripping some more accuracy, going down below 99.7, not necessarily having the accuracy stamina to sustain a score that can challenge konkawe's 995k, just 1,200. And yeah, catching 6 200s and 100 unfortunately. I think that 100 is what dipped them below 99.8. And I feel like, yeah, had a very decent ratio at the beginning of the map, but as the map went through, that ratio kind of dripped away. So I feel like, yeah, it's definitely able to sharpshoot up front, but doesn't necessarily have the accuracy stamina, unfortunately. It's like even on this fairly short pick. Maybe Density 3 is still going to be a good pick for Yado. Wildcard number 1 is going to be the next pick coming from konkawe. konkawe knows that, yeah, is not necessarily comfortable with erratic patterns, and wildcard number 1 is definitely full of those erratic patterns. Okay, right now, 2-0 for konkawe against Ya. And we have the background video as a bonus here. Right now, things are looking fairly stable between the two players. Yeah, still with a very good accuracy up front, but we'll have to wait and see what happens in the rest of the map, especially in some of the more unexpected parts of the map and song. I think konkawe is closer to dropping accuracy rather than building up to 99.9. So that's definitely looking hopeful for, yeah, as they are trying to catch up to 99.8 territory. If konkawe drops some more accuracy towards 99.8, I just did in the little break section here, it's definitely looking like a breakpoint opportunity for, yeah. However, yeah, does have to avoid accuracy drops like the one that just happened now. konkawe comes out alive of this section. Yeah, not necessarily fully alive, just about 99 HP out of 100 here, but that one single HP drip is definitely enough to set them at a disadvantage against konkawe. coming in as the underdog. They need absolutely everything to try and upset Konkawa. But Konkawa is not impervious to accuracy drops right here, right now. 99.83, definitely a window of opportunity, perhaps for yeah. If Konkawa drops some more, then it's definitely looking to be an upset here, but coming into this ending, it's not looking like it's going to happen. Konkawa with both, once again, the ratio advantage and 200 advantage. So it is a pretty common pattern to see, but if Konkawa is not careful about the 200s, then if yeah is also careful about the 200 count, then there's definitely a window of opportunity for yeah to catch up on other picks. However, seeing how consistent Konkawa is right now, it's definitely looking like a pretty difficult job. Yeah, as Konkawa mentions in his chat, this map is pretty difficult to focus all the way through, and a choke can happen, and in this matchup in particular, a combo break coming from the top seed even is going to steer the lead towards the underdog, and that is exactly what yeah is hoping for. It's just not happening for now because Konkawa is just a monster, but you know, one can always hope. Okay, going into this density 3 pick, yeah, not necessarily up to the best start compared to Konkawa. And in terms of snapping, this is definitely a lot more straightforward than what we've seen in the pool, so Konkawa is just eating it out. Probably the first map where Konkawa's trend is actually above 99.9. A terrifying prospect for yeah is trying to rip around the 99.5 territory. So unfortunately not necessarily gonna be the best choice for yeah in this situation. I definitely expected yeah to be a bit more comfortable in terms of accuracy on this pick, but maybe 200 BPM is a little bit too high for him. But yeah, is slowly catching up in terms of accuracy. Also, I kind of missed a initial combo break coming from yeah. It is most likely what caused them to drop some accuracy in the beginning, and that is in fact one miss and one slider break most likely, or maybe 150 in the way. But yeah, it is something that Konkawa is especially comfortable on the ratio. It's like very surprising that Konkawa is just more comfortable on ratio as the BPM goes up. Well, monsters do kind of operate on a different plane of existence. I would say the hardest map in this pool kind of depends on the individual, to be honest. For some people, it is honestly going to be coordination number 1, which is going to be the hardest map of the pool because it's like so slow and so hard to focus on. Otherwise, I feel like wildcard number 3 is like fairly stamina draining. Wildcard number 2, I feel it's in the middle of it, but definitely consistency based and chokeable in its own regard. Coordination number 2, definitely more of a, I think less of a physical pick and more of a focus one. Coordination number 3, also kind of a focus one, but more relying on shields. Yay, we love Hatsune Miku. Going into this new pick, yeah, once again, front-running the accuracy department, actually matching Konkawa on the 99.9 territory. We are shooting for the sky here, as both of the players are absolutely doing fantastic on this pick. And right as I say that, yeah, is dropping a 200, dripping down below 99.9, unfortunately. Yeah, Konkawa is showing how consistent they are both in terms of combo and in terms of accuracy. And it does look like, yeah, it's having a bit more trouble sustaining the ratio in the longer run. It does feel like, yeah, it's kind of Haru Urara front runners just doing their job. Doing their job in the first half of the map, well, the first quarter of the map, but not necessarily following through afterwards. So maybe lacking some stamina in the long run. But still maintaining the combo regardless, so I think, yeah, it's still going to be able to enjoy a 990k score if nothing happens in descending. And the final scores are going to be 996k, 996.7k. V1SS coming from Konkawa, absolutely tremendous score coming from them. Like, wow. And 991k for yeah, not a bad score all things considered, but not going to be able to challenge Konkawa. And that is going to close the match 5-0 for Konkawa, just unbeatable in this on this Rana 32 map pool, unfortunately. Yeah, definitely able to scale upwards towards Rana 16, so Definitely going to be interesting to see them thrive in the losers bracket, and we'll see how far konkawe can push this absolutely smashing accuracy throughout the rounds. As we go into round of 16, it's still early game territory for konkawe, but as we come closer to quarterfinals, semifinals, and finals, maybe we'll start to see konkawe drip a bit more combo, and dare I say accuracy. But it is going to be it for now, and what is going to be the next match? So in terms of bracket, in terms of round of 16, konkawe is going to fight the winner of FOMO versus Mini Egg. FOMO versus Mini Egg, pretty interesting matchup in its own regard. So I don't really know which one of them is going to go towards the winner's bracket. In the losers bracket, that is also going to be they're going to be fighting. So losers bracket is building up, and some of those matchups are definitely looking ambiguous. This entire tournament has been looking pretty ambiguous, right down from the round of 64 and round of 32 matchups sometimes, so very stacked tournament overall. In any case, the next match is going to be at 11 UTC, no less than 2 hours and 32 minutes from now. It'll be Jie versus Amhiji, another Asian matchup. Followed by Veloz versus Unito, another Asian matchup, and afterwards we'll see the likes of Malza coming from Poland, Europe, waking up. Well, I say waking up, it's gonna be 2 PM for them. In any case, some interesting matchups coming up, because Amhiji is not necessarily known for having the greatest accuracy in their early game, so Jie definitely able to challenge them on that regard in this round of 32 map pool. So I guess we'll see each other for the next match. Perhaps someone else and me in the casting couch. But I bid you farewell for now.